Don't buy this car.
It's been a nightmare.
The disabled dad who can't afford to fix it.
$10,000 to get it repaired.
They admitted it's a lemon.
Or did they recall their carnivals?
No.
But people still sell them on Adelaide's Today Tonight. A chronic engine fault that affects a staggering 1 in every 3 vehicles, and yet owners have never officially been told. When disabled Adelaide pensioner David Perkins invested in a Kia Carnival, he thought it would make the perfect car for his growing family. But instead he found himself with a lemon that even the manufacturers eventually admitted was a dud and facing a $10,000 repair bill. And as Vassal Melandris reports, the company refused to fix it until now.
And there's an old Chinese saying, good thing no cheap, cheap thing no good. So you sort of buy everywhere.
My wife's devastated. Yeah, I'm pretty cut up about it, but yeah, I don't know what else to do.
At $29,990, drive away. The Kia Carnival is Australian families' first choice people mover.
It may be one of the most affordable people movers on the market, but don't jump off the couch just yet.
It's been a nightmare.
Adelaide disabled pensioner David Perkins says he's kicking himself for making the rash decision of buying this 2001 Kia Carnival. But with wife Kathy heavily pregnant and an attractive $16,000 price tag, he couldn't resist.
We bought it because I'm disabled, so I have a bad back, so I can't bend, and my wife's about to have a baby, and we just bought it so I could actually get the baby in and out of the car. 5
months later, the car was practically a write-off.
So it was actually at Salisbury Highway. I had my 2 kids in the car, and all of a sudden the temperature gauge starts to rise up, so we just got to the other side, it pulled over, and we had to leave it there.
It turns out oil was mixing with water in the motor and into the cooling system, a big no-no in cars.
Completely contaminated.
Yeah. You can't drive it.
However, according to David's mechanic, it wasn't the first Kia Carnival he'd seen with the defect.
I was shocked. My mechanic actually was the one that put me on to the fact that the cars had the problem, because he's had 2 this year that have done the same thing.
So David contacted his local Kia dealership.
So I rang up Stillwell and they said, oh, bring it down and they may cover the block, but we won't know until we pull it apart. And then I rang up KIA Australia and they said they wouldn't cover anything because I didn't own the car from new.
But having said that, they made the stunning admission that they knew they had produced a dud, going on to say a staggering 1 in 3 Carnivals built between 1999 and 2002 had the same chronic engine fault, which begs the question, why didn't they recall them or at least send out a warning to car buyers and dealers?
I just want people to know, like, I'm going to put a big lemon sign on the car and, you know, put it on a car trailer and just take it around places, just to let the public know that if they buy one of these cars, they've got a 1 in 3 chance of buying a lemon.
Now the carnival is over for the Perkins. With less than 2 weeks to go before baby number 3 comes, there's no way they can afford the $10,000 repair bill. Instead, they'll have to get around in this pokey little laser.
It's just stuck under our carport, collecting dust.
And David is not alone in his troubles.
I was convinced it should have been covered under the warranty. And they were convinced the other way around.
Westlake's father of 2, Arthur Tellisford, no longer leases Kia Carnivals for work after this mishap last year.
I had a trouble with the fuel tank. Driving along one Saturday and seemed a little crook. Got to where I was going, but couldn't leave, it would not start.
The trouble with the fuel tank was more prolific than he thought. Stillwell Kia told Arthur he had water in the tank, which had contaminated the fuel. But Arthur wasn't convinced.
My immediate reaction was it should not have rusted, water or no water. And I tried to convince him of that, but the official line I got was contaminated fuel.
Meaning Kia would not cover the $3,000 repair cost, despite the car still being under warranty. So Arthur decided to take matters into his own hands.
Yeah, I contacted University of South Australia, and I got onto their metallurgical department, and I spoke to Peter Kentish. And he agreed to examine the tank for me.